distilled with exquisite artistry for your every mood, in 4 fragrances. Here's the newest adventure in fragrance, Escapade, a blending of subtle French genius with a bold, vivacious American touch. To be lovely is to feel lovely.
New research shows the risk is real. Nearly 35% of Americans reported health problems when exposed to common fragrant consumer products like air fresheners or deodorizers, cleaning supplies, and personal care products.
These types of health effects included asthma attacks, migraine headaches, dizziness, seizures, and skin rashes.
Hello. Hi. Ooh, apples and cinnamon. Are you baking a pie? Oh, no, it's this candle. Smells like the real thing. Oh, one of those Glade candles.
Who smells so fresh?
That's my Old Spice Total Body Deodorant.
Smells like the islands of Fiji.
Can't imagine what's going on under there.
It gives me 24/7 freshness from pits to toes and down below.
Can I get some of that?
With the general fertility rate also down 3%, a historic low. While researchers from the Ohio State University say many factors can contribute to the fall.
A Jacksonville fragrance factory accused for years of emitting a vile chemical-like odor was issued a cease and desist order by the city for the second time in 10 months. IFF Chemical Holdings was cited this month after the city verified odor complaints at 16 homes in just over the span of 2 weeks. Now, the citation states that the International Flavors and Fragrances facility on Lane Avenue was verified to be the source of the odor.
You don't notice smells when they're working. That's the scary part. Because if something smelled dangerous, we wouldn't tolerate it. But what if some of the most destructive chemicals in modern life aren't in what you eat, but what you breathe? And what if they're so normal, you stopped noticing them a long time ago? Welcome back to Beyond Surface Level. Today we're talking about endocrine disruptors and how fragrance became one of the most invisible, normalized ways they enter our bodies. Not dramatically, not all at once, but quietly.
In a specially designed small house lab, the research team used state-of-the-art equipment to explore how everyday household products affect indoor air quality.
You don't think about smells when it feels right. Your shampoo smells familiar, your soap smells clean, your clothes smell fresh. You get into your car, it smells like your car. You walk into work, the building smells neutral. You pass a plug-in in the hallway. Someone sits near you wearing fragrance. None of it feels like a decision because it isn't. It's just the background of modern life. Scent used to be intentional. A perfume you chose, a candle you lit, something you added or didn't.
Today's fabric softeners and cleaning products offer a wide range of fragrances to leave consumers smelling good. Businesses are also getting in on the action. Verizon developed its own flowery musk, which it spritzes in some of its storefronts to set itself apart from competitors.
Now it's embedded in shampoos, lotions, soaps, laundry, kids' toys, art supplies, cars, offices, public bathrooms, restaurants. Even products labeled unscented often just mean chemically masked. Scent didn't spread loudly. It was built into our daily lives. Here's the part most people don't realize. When you see the word fragrance on a label, that's not one ingredient. It's a legal category. A loophole that allows dozens, sometimes hundreds, of chemicals to be hidden under a single word. Because fragrance formulas are protected as trade secrets.
But trade secrets aren't limited to perfumes, pajamas, and personal care products. Many industries say their ingredients are a trade secret in order to avoid disclosing that their product contains toxic chemicals.
If you have an ingredient or a chemical in your product that a consumer can Google and find out that it is toxic or carcinogenic, well, you don't want to have to tell people that that chemical is in there.
Which means companies don't have to fully disclose what's inside, combinations aren't tested long term, and regulation is minimal. So most of us have no idea what we're actually breathing. Not in our homes, not on our skin, not in our hair. You're just not smelling something. You're inhaling a chemical mixture straight through the lungs, absorbed through the skin, and into the bloodstream. Endocrine disruption doesn't come from one dramatic exposure. It comes from low doses, layered constantly. A candle burning for hours, a room spray before the guests arrive, plug-ins running all day, the moisturizer you use every morning, the hairspray, deodorant, or perfume you apply daily. None of these feel extreme on their own, but hormones don't respond to intention. They respond to the patterns, and those patterns repeat every single day. And here's what makes this different from those toxins we talk about.
Potentially harmful effects of thousands of chemicals in our food, environment, and household and personal care products. Evidence suggests these chemicals, like pesticides and phthalates, may be linked to serious diseases like obesity, diabetes, brain disorders, and fertility problems.
You're not choosing these chemicals once, you're reinforcing them. Every morning, every time you reapply, every time you enter a scented space. And because the doses are low, your body doesn't panic. It will just adjust and adapt. Hormones are incredibly sensitive. They operate on tiny signals, parts per billion. So when synthetic fragrance chemicals mimic or interfere with those signals, they don't need to overwhelm your system. They just need to confuse it. And confusion over time becomes imbalance.
Scientists say some chemicals found in daily personal care products, like soap or toothpaste, are endocrine disruptors, known or suspected to alter the way hormones work inside our body in reproduction, metabolism, and other important processes.
This is why endocrine disruption doesn't look like poisoning. It looks like slow changes, subtle shifts, things that feel off but not urgent. It's why people don't connect the dots, because nothing feels too extreme. It just feels normal, and there's other factors that you can shift blame on. The body doesn't always react loudly. Sometimes it adapts, and that adaptation is showing up everywhere. We're seeing a major rise in thyroid disorders, a widespread low testosterone epidemic, declining fertility rates, higher miscarriage rates, chronic acne and hormone-driven skin issues, mood swings, anxiety, depression, and brain fog. Endocrine disruptors don't just affect reproduction, they affect how the brain communicates with the body. That's why the symptoms feel scattered. And there's another shift a lot of people quietly struggle with: weight that won't move. Not from overeating, not from lack of discipline, but from a metabolism that doesn't respond the way it used to. Hormones regulate how your body stores fat, how it burns energy, how sensitive it is to insulin, and how efficiently it turns food into fuel. So when the endocrine system is disrupted, weight gain doesn't always look dramatic. It looks stubborn. It looks like doing all the right things, eating cleaner, exercising more, and still feeling stuck. This is why so many people feel like their body is working against them, not because they're lazy, but because hormonal signals are misfiring. When thyroid function slows, metabolism slows with it. When insulin signaling is disrupted, fat storage increases. When stress hormones stay elevated, the body holds on. And instead of asking why, we're just told to try harder. It's different issues, but the same system. Because the air feels neutral, when something feels off, a headache, grogginess, shortness of breath, mood changes, we blame what we can see. Either stress, sleep, food, screens, life. We rarely blame the air. But when air is constantly altered, scented, masked, engineered, the body still has to process it, even if the brain ignores it. This isn't about throwing away everything you own that's scented. It's about noticing, because systems don't change on their own. They change when enough people start asking questions questioning why something needs fragrance at all, researching cleaner brands, choosing fewer scented products, unlearning the idea that everything has to smell like something. Clean doesn't need a scent, it needs transparency. And awareness isn't extreme, it's how systems begin to shift. Endocrine disruptors don't announce themselves. They don't smell dangerous, they don't feel urgent, they smell normal. And the hardest system to question are the ones we've been conditioned to ignore. If you've been enjoying this March arc here on Beyond Surface Level, send this to that one baddie with asthma, the chronic migraines, or random sensitivities. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Much love.